So, welcome to a new edition of Hair Tip Tuesday. So, today I just want to have a conversation with you guys. First of all, if you haven't subscribed to the page, go ahead and subscribe. It's not like you don't watch it every week anyway. But I just want to have a conversation with you guys and really talk about curl patterns and how you can kind of damage and mess them up. I've done a video over it before, but of course I still get the same questions all the time, so I want to make sure that I'm answering them. So I have a really good friend, and she, she's not newly natural, but is deciding to wear her hair, more natural, more often than not. She really loves her sew-ins and braids and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You guys have seen me wear braids. You see me wear sew-ins. I kind of switch off in between. It's just my thing, what I do. But the question always is, how come my curl pattern gets damaged from heat? Or how can I stop it from doing that? I have this one little piece from my leave out that's straight, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the story, right? So, a few weeks back, I told you guys I was going to a wedding and I blew my hair out, with some shampoo and conditioner and some product, just to show you that I do blow my hair out and what my process is. So normally when I do it, my hair goes back exactly the way it does. Well, all the time. I haven't really had any issues with heat damage because I know how to control the heat. I did, back in the day when I was learning how to do hair. That was a long time ago, so we won't even go there. But my experience really is that I have been natural longer than I've been anything else, right? When I was in cosmetology school, I learned different chemicals and stuff, and then I wouldn't use anything on someone else that I wouldn't do to myself. So of course I relaxed my hair, I colored it, I bleached it, I kind of did the whole nine, cut it real short, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and then of course just grew it back natural because of course it was broken off and damaged. But what I did realize is that when you are natural, you have to really pay attention to the heat that you use on your hair and how much heat you use on it and how often that you're doing it. Even though it's a blow dry, it doesn't mean that it's not heat, right? The common misconception is that heat dries your hair. Not true. Air dries your hair, right? So you can literally use low heat but high pressure to blow dry your hair quickly, right? And still get it straight the way you need to. And then that way, if you blow dry it as straight as possible, when you do use the heat or the flat iron on your hair or the curling iron or whatever you're using to make it, silked out, use a heat protectant, and then you don't have to use the heat so high. You can use the heat on a lower, you can use the utensil or the tool on a lower heat. That way you can control how much heat you're putting on your hair. Now, heat damage is heat damage. You can't come back from heat damage. You have to cut it off. There's no way to redefine the curl pattern or make it come back if it is heat damage, right? So you're gonna have to cut it off. Now you can do that gradually. However, like I said, my friend has a piece in the front that she's like, oh my God, it just won't curl right. And I tell her all the time, you just have to cut it off, buddy. That's all you can do. There's no going back from it. You can put it on a rod, and try to make it kind of blend in until you get to that point. But you're literally going to have to cut it off eventually. So it's kind of up to you on what you decide to do. Now, you are able to, like I said, blow dry your hair out or flat iron it out without damaging it. And again, it's to control the heat that you put on your hair. I don't blow my hair out that often. You guys have seen videos. I did a length check for you maybe a few months ago. And I got my hair blown out and flat ironed out straight and everything. I only do that once or twice a year, completely blown out and blow dried straight and flat ironed. Now I will blow it out when I get a sew-in or I get braids or whatever, but I don't blow dry it straight because I typically don't wear straight hair. I wear a kinky straight hair that matches what my blowout looks like, or I wear curly kinky hair. So there's no in between for me. There's no straight hair. Not my thing, right? So, the things to remember when you are blowing blow drying your hair out or flat iron or curling it. Remember, heat damage is heat damage, okay? So whether you get the heat damage from the curling iron, the flat iron, the blow dryer, whatever it is, it's heat damage. It has to be cut off. You can, you know, kind of curl it, like I said, and do different things with it with rods to kind of like wait until it grows out. But the majority of the time, you're going to have to go ahead and trim that off. So the second part is control the amount of heat that you use on your hair. Don't blow dry your hair, you know, every day, every other week. I live in a very humid climate. I live in Houston, and of course, out here we want our hair to be bone straight. In the summertime, I don't know why, it just does not work for us. You can get it bone straight and it can stay, and there are products you can use and there are techniques that will keep it staying straight. But just know that when you do it yourself and you don't allow a professional to do it, you do run the risk of you heat damaging your hair. Okay? So, I hope that answered your question. I hope that the information that I gave you a little insight on everything. Of course, I hope that you are discovering your curls and learning all about your curls and just taking care of them and making sure that you love and embrace them. If you have not subscribed to the page, make sure you subscribe to the page. You can find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter at The I Am Queen Hair, Facebook at The I Am Queen. Also, at the end of here, there is going to be a little picture that pops up with a website at the bottom. Make sure you go to that website. I have a free ebook for you on how to really have healthy curls. My top 7 tips on what I do for my curls and how I keep them nice and nourished and moisturized and always popping. So make sure you check that last screen at the end of the video for you to be able to get your free gift. Can't wait to see you guys next week. So thanks for tuning in to another edition of Hair Tip Tuesday. Doses.
Strong.